There are a few bunch of things that we need to note down. We'll begin with origin. Origin, as you know, is a point wherein you have your axes meeting, the number lines meeting. It is represented by O and its address is 0, 0. That is, we need not move anywhere. The origin is there. One more thing about origin is that it need not be in the center. It can be over here. If I measure things from this point, that will be the origin. The funda of origin is that things are measured from there. So if I shift the point wherein I am measuring from, the origin changes. So origin is not fixed. Whatever origin as of now it's there, it can be shifted. It need not be that anymore. Next is about quadrant. Quad. What does quad mean? Quad is 4. Quadrant is 4 parts. So where are these 4 parts? We have x and your x dash, that is your x axis, and y and y dash. So this axis divide the region into 4 different spaces. For example, here this space is divided by the axis into 4 different parts. How much ever I go near it or far away from it, you can see that it is divided into 4 different space. So this 4 different space, since there are 4, they are called as quadrant and they have been numbered. So this is your first, second, third and fourth. So quadrant, the axis, it's a plural word for axis, divides the plane into 4 parts. The 4 parts are called as quadrant, numbered as first, second, third and fourth, anti-clockwise from XO. This is your XO or OX, and anti-clockwise is this direction. It is opposite to the motion of the clock. This is clockwise direction. This is how a clock rotates, is it not? Anti-clockwise means in this direction. So starting from this space, you move on to this, this and the last one, fourth. So first, second, third and fourth. So these are your 4 quadrant. So this is your anti-clockwise, right? And that's your origin. Okay, so around the origin things are happening. The space on the line themselves are not part of any quadrant. Now we need to relate quadrant and the signs. That is, the numbers that appears on the first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth, what are the signs that they are related to? For example, in first quadrant, any point on the first quadrant, it will be positive and positive, right? In a similar manner, second, third and fourth, what are the signs? Can you pause and figure it out? What can be the signs? The second quadrant is to the left and up. Left is negative, up is positive. Third quadrant is left and down. Left is negative and down is negative. Fourth quadrant is right and down. Right is positive and down is negative. Okay, so you guys can fill this space. I'll show you an example. So we have the coordinate of the first point. If I give say 5, 2, which quadrant do you think it will be in? Both are positive, so it will be in first quadrant. Next, say -9, -6, both are negative. So negative in the abscissa is left, in the ordinate negative means down, so it has to be third quadrant. Next, 8 and say -3, what do you think it will be? It is, again, every question you can pause and think over. Just take 2-3 seconds, think over, then unpause. 8 and -3. 8 is positive, abscissa is positive, so right. Ordinate is negative, so down. So it has to be fourth quadrant. And what is the one which we left out? I think the second quadrant. So what will the values look like? It has to be left and up. So left is negative, up is positive. And we have it in our second quadrant, right? And that is your quadrants. Okay. Last set of important note. Any point on the x-axis will be of the form x comma 0. What does it mean? Either you go left or right, but not up or down. So anything on this point will be, say, something like this is 2 comma 0. It is 2 steps right, but neither up or down. Again, like say minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But neither up or down, so 0. So examples are 4 comma 0. Any point on the y-axis would be, well, can you guess? 0 comma y. It's neither left or right. It is mainly up and down, right? So obviously it has to be, the first part has to be 0, the x coordinate has to be 0, and you have up, so this is 0 comma 2, and if something down, like in this case 0 comma 1 2 3 4 minus 4, so 0 comma 10 for example. Okay, so anything on the x-axis, it's a value comma 0, anything on the y-axis 0 comma a value. And at last we have axis, the reference line from which distance are measured. That is an axis. The plural form of axes is axis, AXES. Okay, so this is, you already know it, but as a definition I had not made you guys write it, so I thought I'll make you guys make a note. Yes, all of this you guys have to note and keep this in mind. Again, coordinate geometry, it's very simple. We are pretty much done. There are other small things that you will understand in time, scale and plotting and all of that. That is the next version of depending on what you deal with. But this is your basic. So keep all of this in mind. It will be used pretty much everywhere in the future. Okay, so have a look at it. Yeah, please make a note as well.